everyone, welcome back. As promised, I have come up with a new video where I will talk about sacrificing ratio again. Here I will take 3 or 4 more sums and explain to you clearly how sacrificing ratio is calculated, and with that we will wrap up the portion of the calculation of sacrificing ratio. Now, in this question, we see that there are two partners H and I, and they have a profit sharing ratio of 8:7. They have taken J as a new partner who has come in for 1/15th share, which he has acquired it equally from both. Now, whenever this type of statement is given, acquiring a share in a particular portion or in a particular ratio or in a particular share, the sacrificing ratio will be equal to that share or that ratio. Here you can see it is equally from both. So we know the sacrificing ratio will be 1:1. Let us see now, prove it that the sacrificing ratio will be 1:1, and you know how do you calculate sacrificing ratio. We use a formula. The sacrificing ratio is the old ratio minus the new ratio. Do you have the new ratio over here? No. So we will calculate the new ratio first, and then we'll go ahead with the calculation of the sacrificing ratio. So let's get started to calculate the new profit sharing ratio. Now let us see over here. You can see over here H and I are two partners with a ratio of 8:7, and you can see that who has come in J, and he has come in for 1/15th share, and he has taken it equally from both. So 1/15 into 1/2, that means 1/30 from both H and I. So whenever this word from has been used, we'll directly do a subtraction from H's share and from I's share and calculate what will be H and I's new share. So what was H's original share? It was 8/15. How much has been taken? 1/30. So what is the LCM between 15 and 30? Obviously it is 30. So we have over here 16 minus 1. So he's left with 15/30 now. And if you take up the next partner I's original share was 7/15 minus 1/30. So over here 30 is the LCM. We have over here 14 minus 1, that is 13/30. I hope you understood how we have got a 14 over here, how we have got a 16 over here. If you have not, it's very simple. 30 divided by 15 gives you 2, and 2 into 8 gives you 16. Similarly, 30 divided by 15 gives you 2, 2 into 7 gives you 14. And over here we obviously have 1 and 1. So you can see over here H and I has a ratio of 15:13, and therefore the new profit sharing ratio between H, I and J will be 15:13:2. Why 2? Because the denominator is 30, and if you see over here, the new partner J had come for 1/15th share, and if it is 1/15, it will automatically be 2/30. So we have come to this conclusion that the new profit sharing ratio between H, I and J is 15:13:2. So once we have this new profit sharing ratio and we have the old profit sharing ratio, calculation of sacrificing ratio becomes very easy using the formula sacrificing ratio is old ratio minus new ratio. So let's get started and calculate it for H. What was H's old ratio? It was 8/15. What is his new ratio? It is 15/30. So what will be the LCM? 30 obviously, and therefore we will have 16 minus 15, that is 1/30. Similarly, if we calculate for I, it is 7/15 minus 13/30, and the LCM is again 30. 14 minus 13, that is 1/30. I had already told you at the beginning that the sacrificing ratio will be 1:1, and I have now proved to you the sacrificing ratio is 1:1 using the formula old ratio minus new ratio. Now let us take another sum and let us see how the sacrificing ratio is calculated. Here you can see L, M and M have a profit sharing ratio of 2:2:1, and you can see they have admitted N as a new partner who takes 1/5 off. In the previous sum we had used the concept of from, that we have done a direct subtraction, and here we are using the concept of off. And you can see that N has taken 1/5 of each partner's share. Now we can actually say that the sacrificing ratio will be equal to the old profit sharing ratio, which is equal to 2:2:1. But we will actually now prove that the sacrificing ratio will be equal to 2:2:1, that is their old ratio, by calculating the new profit sharing ratio first, because we know that to calculate sacrificing ratio we need a old ratio and we also need a new ratio. So you can see that N has taken 1/5 of each partner's share. So K's original share was 2/5 into 1/5, that is 2/25 has been taken. So what is K left with? K is left with how much? 2/5 minus 2/25. So what will be the LCM over here? 25 is the LCM. So 10 minus 2 gives you 8/25. This is what K is left after giving the share, that is 1/5 of his share, to the partner N. Now let us see L. L also has 2/5 into 1/5, that is again 2/25. So L is left with 2/5 minus 2/25, same calculation, 10 minus 2/25, that is 8/25. Okay, so this is what L is left. Now let us see what M is left. M over here 1/5 into 1/5, that gives us over here 1/25, and therefore M is left with 1/5 minus 1/25, that LCM is obviously 25. So we have over here 5 minus 1, that gives us 4/25. Now if you see the ratio between K, L, M and N, we can say that it is 8:8:4:5. Okay, I repeat again, 8:8:4:5. That will be the ratio between K, L, M and N. Okay, I hope you can understand how we have got a 5. See over here, 2/25, 2/25 and 1/25. You add that, it becomes 5/25. Therefore we have got a new ratio as 8:8:4:5. So now we are calculating sacrificing ratio using the formula old ratio minus new ratio for the old partners. For K first, what was old ratio of K? 2/5. What is the new ratio? 8/25. So what will be the sacrificing ratio? 25, 10 minus 8, that is 2/25. This is for the first partner. Now let us calculate for the next partner, that is L. L's share was again 2/5 minus 8/25. Same piece of calculation. See very carefully. 10 minus 8/25, that is 2/25. And the last partner, that is M, is 1/5 minus the new ratio 4/25, which gives us 25. 5 minus 4, that is 1/25. So here we can conclude that the sacrificing ratio will be 2:2:1. At the beginning only I had told you that whenever the partner comes in and takes the same share from or of the partners, the sacrificing ratio will be equal to the old profit sharing ratio. Let us take another sum in which we can see there are two partners, O and P, who are equal partners. What does that mean? That means their ratio is 1:1. Now R comes in as a new partner and R has taken 1/5 from O and 1/5 of P's share. So here there is a combination of from and of both the partners, and then we are asked to calculate the sacrificing ratio. Here you can see very carefully that the new profit sharing ratio is not given, and it is a combination of from and of. If you see the first sum which I had done in this video, I talked about the concept of from, and the second sum which I had done, I had talked about the concept of, and here I am taking the concept of both this, and then we'll see how we calculate the sacrificing ratio. Now let us see over here. So what is the share between O and P? It is 1:2. Now R has come in, and from O, half minus 1/5, because the word from has been used. So the LCM between them is 10, and we have 5 minus 2, that is 3/10 is left with O after giving the share. Now P, you can see half into 1/5, because we have used the word of over here. So into 1/5, that means 1/10. So what is P left with? P is left with how much? Half minus 1/10. That is very simple. 10. 5 minus 1, that is 4/10. So you can see very carefully that we have over here O as 3/10, P as 4/10, and therefore the next partner R will obviously be 3/10. Why? Because the denominator is 10, and we can see over here 3 plus 4 plus 3 is 10/10. So we can come to this conclusion: new profit sharing ratio will be 3:4:3. So this will be the new profit sharing ratio, 3:4:3. Now once we have got the new profit sharing ratio, and once we have the old ratio with us, we will calculate the sacrificing ratio, and we know what is the formula. Sacrificing ratio is old ratio minus new ratio. For whom should we calculate it? For both the old partners O and P. Let us now see what will O have. O's old ratio is half, O's new ratio is 3/10, and therefore the sacrificing is 5 minus 3, that gives you 2/10. And if you see that for the next partner P, that is half minus 4/10, that gives you 10, that is 5 minus 4, that is 1/10. Therefore the sacrificing ratio among the partner P and O and P is 2:1. So we have now come to the end of 3 cases which I have just now taken. The first cases I took from, second case I took off, and the third case I have taken the combination of both these cases. Now with this we conclude this video, and I hope you are getting benefited by this. Keep watching my channel. Don't miss any of my lectures. I will soon come up with a new sum where we will talk why we calculate the sacrificing ratio. As you know, sacrificing ratio is very important calculation, and it is required whenever we take the concept of admission, because we have to see how much goodwill has to be paid to the sacrificing partners. For that we calculate the sacrificing ratio. Keep watching my channel. Don't miss any of my lectures.